What's going on, y'all? My name is Denathan Knox. I am the host and founder of At the Top. Welcome back for another episode during this NFL season where we're going to talk about stuff on the field and, of course, our interesting headlines off the field. So, as y'all know, it's time to lock in, lace up, and I'll see y'all at the top. What a crazy week in the NFL. To be honest, my Ravens weren't playing this Sunday, so I had the red zone on. And every single time they locked into a game, it was a fumble, an interception, a blocked kick. I'm like, dude, if I put in a parlay for this weekend, it's either in shambles or I'm a millionaire because crazy stuff was happening around the league all day Sunday. From the start of the 1 o'clock games all the way through to the Sunday night game. It was honestly just a mess on the screen. It was really crazy. Browns beat the Packers 13-10 and honestly a nasty game of football. I mean, guys were just not executing on offense. The defenses were pretty good, but it just really seemed like a lackluster game from beginning to end. And with the Browns squeaking out a dub over the Packers, that is the biggest upset that I had this week because I think the Packers are one of the best teams in the league. And yes, you do have slip-ups, but this is something that they're definitely going to have to correct moving forward in their season. I don't know if Danny Dimes found a Mike's secret formula in his locker or something, or he just grabbed the sensu bean out of Goku's backpack. But the Colts are 3-0 right now. They just put up 41 points against the Titans. And honestly, I can't tell if they're real or frauds. I really do not know. Everybody knows how, a few years ago, I think it was last year, where the Saints came out to a super historic start and then plummeted. Right now with the Colts, I'm really not sure. Danny Dimes is playing. They seem like they have a sustainable offense. The ball is rolling for them. And honestly, I would not be surprised if they make I'll say a playoff push. They're in the AFC. The AFC not playing around. It's not the NFC where you could kind of squeak in and stuff like that. For the AFC, it's either you're going to win your division or you're going to have one of the top records in the league. If not, you're not even going to see the playoffs. There's too many good quarterbacks, too many good teams. So honestly, the Colts may make a push, but we'll see if it stops there. The Philadelphia Eagles really showed what it takes to be a good football team. I can't even lie. I'm a hater. The Philly fans be loud. They be talking hot. They think that Jalen Hurts is a top 5 QB in what league? But they really get me going sometimes. However, they showed poise, composure, and honestly just a willingness to win. I felt like the Rams had them on the ropes the entire game. Rams are scoring, getting a stop, scoring again, getting a stop, having turnovers. And the Eagles just kept going to the point where now you had a whole huge fourth quarter blowout where it was 33-26 at the final score. The Eagles showed what it takes to be composed in distress and coming out on top. Yes, we saw that week 1 with the Bills, but honestly, I know I'm a Ravens fan. I feel like that's more of a collapse. With this game here, I feel like, yes, the Rams were playing well, but the Eagles really did what they needed to come on late in that second half and ultimately get the dub. The Giants gonna be the Giants. As a New Yorker, I want to report well on my teams. I want to tell y'all the Jets are doing great. The Giants are doing great. But I can't lie to my people. Giants and the Jets are two cheeks off the same ass, and they both reside in MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Honestly, I gotta clearly state New Jersey because we are not claiming them in New York right now. Except Malik Neighbors. He good. He good in the hood. Everybody else, stay your ass over there. I don't even want to hear it. Oh, the Giants lose 22-9 to Kansas City, who came into New York last night and won the game. Sorry, this is going to be posted on Tuesday. Came into New York on Sunday night, won the game. I know a lot of people were there and stuff like that. A lot of people wanted to come see Patrick Mahomes. It's New York. People going to pop out. The city going to pop out, all that. The Giants just don't make nothing interesting. Give us something to where we could even be excited about. Honestly, the only Giants that people are excited about are former Giants. Can we talk about it for a second? Danny Dimes leaves the Giants and now is on a league-leading offense right now in Indianapolis and leading the Colts to a 3-0 start. Let's talk about it. Saquon Barkley left the Giants the very next season. Madden cover, Super Bowl ring, Offensive Player of the Year. Like, what's in the water in New York? What's going on? It got to be the turf fields. I don't know. Can New Yorkers tell me what are we doing? What are y'all doing wrong? I'm not gonna say we. What are y'all doing wrong that's making the talent in New York flourish once they leave? Because somebody got to get to the bottom of this. This is honestly getting ridiculous. A power ranking top 5. This top 5 is subject to change. I'm just going to note this has been recorded before the Ravens and Lions Monday Night Football game. Pending the results, may have to change things up a bit. But for right now, on Sunday night, this is what I have the rankings as for the NFL Power Rankings. And we got a whiteboard. The budget went up. Okay? The royalties are coming in. Not yet, but hopefully soon. You never know. I don't know. But we got the whiteboard. And this ain't Stephen A. The list is not fluid. All right? My list is concrete. Top 5 teams in the NFL right now. Not the best, not the greatest teams, not the past 2 years added up into this year teams, not the, I have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. That means my team has to. No. This is the top 5 teams in the NFL today. I got the Green Bay Packers at number 5. Why do I have the Green Bay Packers number 5 when they just lost to the Browns? Yes, it was a slip up, but at 2-1 with Micah Parsons arming your defense and Jordan Love playing quarterback the way he's been playing quarterback for 2.5 weeks, honestly, that's a top 5 team, hands down. Team number 4, I got the Chargers, y'all. I got the Chargers. Now, why do I have the Chargers? Led by Mr. Hypothetical himself, Justin Herbert. Every analyst's favorite quarterback, or if they could create a quarterback in the lab, it will be Justin Herbert. Honestly, I want to say show me the wins. They started off undefeated right now. They're 3-0, and he's balling out. Call! Come on now. Big Ravens Nation. Shout out to the Mafia. Shout out to the Bills Mafia, man. The Bills are playing great football, led by MVP Josh Allen. Whether you want to call him a, community trophy MVP, a DEI MVP, a participation trophy MVP, a not deserving MVP, a here damn MVP, Lamar's really too nice, and Saquon had a crazy season, but we're not going to give it to a running back MVP. Hey, either way, that boy balling. I can't even lie. I'm not even going to hate on him no more. But shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles, who I feel like are the best team in the league right now. Between offense and defense, they're playing lights out. I mean, their quarterback, which you want to argue, is he top 10, is he top 5? I don't really care. But he does what he needs to do for the team to win. Whether he's throwing for 100 yards or 250 yards, the Philadelphia Eagles somehow find a way to win. Whether it's defense, offense, special teams, they're getting it done, all cylinders. So being in the NFC as well, we have some pushes like the Rams. We have some teams like the Lions, but Green Bay Packers. I still feel like there is no close second right now to Philadelphia. Philadelphia is far ahead of the NFC. Everyone else is playing catch up. The way that they're playing right now, they're balling, and I see them being the number 1 team for at least a few more weeks until we'll see what else happens. This list is subject to change, but that is who I have as my top 5 teams in the NFL today. Now, let's get into some cool stuff off the field. In September of 1998, shout out to the year 1998. All my 98 babies, stand up, man. But in September 1998, ESPN implemented the yellow first down line on TV. It was the first time this was ever done. It happened actually in a Ravens versus Bengals games in September of 1998, 27 years ago. Now, this is so huge because before, when people would watch television broadcasts of the NFL, You cannot tell when there was a first down. You cannot tell when there was a loss of gain. But now, because we have the blue line of scrimmage and the yellow first down line, it's very easy for viewers to comprehend what's going on the actual field itself. Another crazy thing that I saw that's happening off the field is the possible Adidas and Puma merger. Now, I'm going to drop the details here for you guys to see and read, but Adidas and Puma merging, to me, feels kind of organic. Like, being that they're overseas brands, growing up, I saw Adidas and Puma primarily in sports like soccer. So I feel like that kind of style, that blend, the lifestyle gear that they put out is kind of similar in nature already. So I feel like a pairing between Adidas and Puma could honestly show for some pretty dope collabs. I'm not sure if they're going to full on merge and create one singular company or just kind of have the separate entities where it's like Nike and Converse type of thing, where Converse is putting out products that are Nike products. However, the branding is Converse. So we'll see, but I think this is a pretty cool collab between Adidas and Puma. This off the field headline is not football related, but I feel like it needed to be addressed because it came across my feed and really just, like you ever see stuff and really just got to put your phone down for a second and be like, yo, am I seeing this for real? So Jabari Smith came on I think it was a JJ Redick podcast, and he came out, and I'm going to try to grab a screenshot for you guys, but he basically came out there talking about the All-Star game for the NBA. For context for you guys, the NBA All-Star weekend has really just been in a hot seat for the last 5 to 6 years because the product that the fans are seeing on the TV is not a good one. It's not a premium product at all. I mean, between the slam dunk contest, the skills challenge, the 3-point contest, and the actual All-Star game itself, it's been something that I could probably catch on YouTube the day after. Like, for me to tune in and watch this, what are we doing? Like, I'll catch the highlights after because what I'm seeing on the screen is no effort. Nobody's hustling. And honestly, it don't seem like anyone care about the game in general. Like, even when they had the little charity game where they had the Elam ending, dude, they played hard for 2 minutes. Cool. Like, what are we doing? So anyways, Jabari Smith comes out and on the podcast, he's sitting there and he's like, yeah, people are telling us to play hard and stuff. And it's just like, why? 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 Okay. I feel like this gets lost on guys that are in the NBA, especially because the demographic of players in the NBA today is not the same that we were watching 20 to 30 years ago. To keep it a buck, a lot of the guys in the NBA today are in the NBA because they had resources awarded to them, not awarded to them, but they had resources available to them to help get them to that level. For example, I know guys who are in the NBA currently that were training 3 times a day from the time they were in 5th grade. If you're training 3 times a day, it's from 5th grade up until 12th, and I'm only practicing after school for those years and maybe getting in a trainer or a workout, obviously the more polished player is going to be the one who's been trained. Now, when they get to the league, they have their own separate off the court things that they have to deal with and stuff like that in terms of socially and stuff because we've seen it. However, from a basketball standpoint, a lot of the guys in these leagues today are guys that were, 1, on teams that were sponsored. 2, are sons or cousins or uncles of former NBA players, high-level college basketball players who now have the funds to, have a family and things like that to where their son could have the path in order to get to the league. Now, the hungry kid out the hood trying to make it, the LeBrons, those type of league players aren't as prominent. Nowadays it's a league full of guys like Grant Hill, like guys who had that type of, upbringing, guys like, rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, who had a nice family upbringing. This is what's filled in the league. And these guys are not even hungry as guys who were like that. Like, come on, you got it. Like, for people with privilege, you have to understand your privilege. Like, you have to acknowledge your privilege, because if you don't, you just seem like you're just out of touch. Jabari Smith is in the NBA. Do you know how many people would give up limbs to be in your position? And you're going to sit back and say, yeah, like, why? Why play hard? Like, okay, cool. Like, why should we? Why? Because there are little kids who wish they could grow up and be like the players that they're watching on that screen. Like, what I'm seeing from as a basketball fan, as someone who truly loves the game, what I've been seeing at the high school level, the AAU level, the college level, and now we have dudes in the NBA talking like this, it is diluting our game crazy. And honestly, I miss the times where guys were not friends on the court. Guys were going at each other. Guys were fouling hard. Guys were playing through injury. Why? Because you're making millions of dollars anyway. Like, sometimes I feel like NBA players feel like, yo, I gotta make sure I'm good. Bro, we have men retiring at 35 years old, 36 years old, 37 years old. Some people just find their work calling at 36 and you're retired. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, y'all, but Jabari Smith really, really lost a lot of respect for me from a basketball standpoint and a personal standpoint. He don't know who the hell I am, but as an NBA basketball player, to have that type of mindset is weak and sad. And honestly, it really has no place in our game today. Now, another thing coming from the world of basketball, Adam Silver basically said, hey, listen, if you ain't gonna stream the games, you might as well catch the highlights on YouTube. Get your money up, not your fun, your cream. Nah, like, Adam Silver really say, yo, if your pocket's not deep, make them deeper. If you ain't getting to it, go outside, get a job. Like, that at this point, that's what he talking about. Like, yo, oh, you mad that it's on Amazon Prime? Oh, you mad that the other game's on ESPN? Oh, you mad that the other game's on TNT? YouTube highlights gonna be out tomorrow. Catch those. Like, get your money up. Like, at this point, he don't have nothing to say. Like, listen, you missed the game, you wanted to see the game, well, watch it tomorrow. You'll get the highlights. Like, at this point, that's all I can offer you. But I want to know, is it too expensive being a sports fan this year? Like, and for years to come, like, you got to think, if you want to watch all the NFL games, you need Prime, you need cable, you need, ESPN. Like, there's so many different applications that you need just to watch these games. Basketball is the same. Like, you need to subscribe to 5 different apps to see games. I don't even know what app the game is on half the nights. You know, shout out my people over there at Stream East. If you know, they shut it down, but I ain't gonna give you the backup link. But like, what are y'all doing to intake your sports content, and where y'all going for it? Appreciate y'all tuning in for another episode. We are going to be back next week with more scores, highlights, and headlines. And as always, I will see y'all at the top.